if you compare DeFi with traditional markets, DeFi is far away from replacing them, both from a volume perspective, from a transaction speed perspective, and from a fees perspective. Like nothing I do in DeFi is anywhere near as efficient as I can do it in the traditional markets. And in order for DeFi to actually succeed in the long run in the space that traditional markets are in right now, we will have to significantly reduce transaction fees and increase transaction speed. StarkNet is one step towards that direction, right? So by building a system on that essentially gets us closer to where traditional markets are, I think we make a huge step in the right direction. If there's, the more we develop on it, the more new products and new ideas will come out that potentially supersede or improve on existing, monetary system equivalents. But I think the biggest benefit will be to get closer to the efficiencies of the traditional markets.
Definitely. So DeFi is still in its beginning stage, and we are far away in terms of comparison of volume and liquidity to traditional finance market, and StarkNet and StarkSwap is going to take a big part in the mass adoption of DeFi, as I believe.
So do we. That's why we've bet on it.
I think also other features within StarkNet that obviously are available on StarkSwap, given that it's on the StarkNet, such as account abstraction, are huge and in terms of UX, in order for really making it aside from just the speed of transactions and gas fees. I think also just the usability. I think it's not really relevant to this conversation what account abstraction is specifically, but UX from users' perspective on StarkNet is just majorly better than it is on EVM. Correct me if you think otherwise.
I agree. It's more flexible, which allows you to provide better products.
Yeah. So because right now, every time you want to send a swap, you need to confirm this pop-up of your MetaMask wallet. Or right now it's going to be in StarkNet, maybe Bravos or Argent. But in the future, the UX also going to be so much smoother. Yeah. Okay, guys, so we are here for Alpha. Could you guys please share a bit about your upcoming releases, features, roadmaps? What are you guys busy with? What can we expect coming soon?
Yeah, so we mentioned this earlier, but we've got plans to launch StarkSwap V1, we're calling it, on testnet on the 1st of March. So what we've had until now, I guess, could be called StarkSwap, V0, and V1 is a totally rewritten app. So it's a brand new UI, which we think is just so much prettier than the one that's currently up there. We got a whole ton of new backend features. So we've got Oracle built into contracts. We've got better router. We've got factory for creating new pairs dynamically, so users can do that now. Flash loans, this whole cool BYOC architecture we talked about. We've got a developer SDK, which is going to be shipping. And so all of this stuff is coming up soon. And I guess once we get this thing out on testnet, we're going to probably shift gears towards mainnet launch and the Regenesis and Cairo 1.0. We're probably not going to launch on mainnet prior to the Regenesis because there's some architectural, I guess, inefficiencies that we would go for, things that aren't quite ideal, in order to sort of allow ourselves to launch the current contracts and then shift post Regenesis. So we prefer to wait for Cairo 1.0 and then do it properly the first time. But we'll have to see sort of how Starkware progresses with Cairo 1.0 and sort of how the ecosystem adapts before we're able to commit to a hard date for that launch.